Hello.
Hello. How you
Good
doing?
morning.
Good morning.
Super good.
Good.
Yeah.
So,
How was your first week of work?
it was work.
It's work.
Yeah. It is. I mean, it's really boring. I mean, I went from working as a waitress, as I've been like moving constantly, talking constantly, to not even seeing patients yet. So I'm doing like an onboarding process that's a lot of computer, and then just kind of shadowing people doing what I already know how to do, but the way that they want me to do it, so it's like,
Yep.
but it's insanely boring and mind numbing, and I miss I miss all the movement and people, but
Yeah.
it'll get a lot better when I am actively seeing patients again, I'm sure. But this part of it
Here's hoping.
is no bueno. I mean, it's a necessary evil, I guess. I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It will be short-lived. I will send you a care package or something.
I mean, I have a job. I can't be freaking complaining, but
No, that is. You can complain,
here
and
I
that's
am
okay.
complaining anyway.
That's okay. No, you can be grateful for the job and still feel bad that it's mind-numbingly boring for the first few weeks.
Yeah.
I think that's just fine.
Yeah.
So
probably
but congratulations on the job, though.
Yeah, thanks.
Exactly.
Anyways, how was your week? Probably more fun than mine.
Sure. Yeah, it was good. We just got back from parent-teacher conferences, so that's always fun.
I'm like,
well.
I need some parent-teacher conferences because I'm just a little shy of my required like volunteer hours for the charter school.
Yeah.
And parent-teacher conferences count. So I'm like,
they count.
I gotta schedule me some parent-teacher conferences.
Can I come to you twice?
Yes.
Would you like to tell me about my child 2 times?
Yes, please.
That's awesome.
That's all though, your whole week. That's the only memorable thing.
That's my whole week. That was the only memorable thing. No, I don't know, just work, kids, school, repeat.
Yeah. I guess
all that jazz.
I'm like looking to live vicariously through you. I'm like, is your life better?
Yeah. Did I do something exciting? No, I did not.
Damn it.
I don't know. I probably did. I'm just not thinking of it. I'll get off the phone and be like, oh, wait, just kidding. I saved tigers. And like,
no, I mean, lots of good fun things have happened since we last talked. I mean, the Cave Town concert last Friday was awesome for Bella's birthday. And then
and you now have a teenager, so that's also fun.
A thing.
Yes.
Yeah. Why is it's like so sad and also so awesome at the same time? It's a weird thing to me. I don't know.
Well, because you are officially out of like baby stage.
But I still have Elena and baby.
Still have a baby. But with Bella, it's like she's a grown human now. That's
and she was my first baby, or is my first baby. So it's like a bittersweet, but she's awesome.
Absolutely.
She's an awesome human. But on Wednesday we went to Texas Roadhouse and of course made her get on the little saddle. So, the things we
celebrate in style. That's right. Does she love it, or is she one that's like, don't do this to me?
She used to love it. She used to want to get on it all the time. And this time it was more like, I don't know, Nana and Papa were like, you got to get on the thing. And so she was like, okay, I'll get on the thing. But she wasn't like, yeah, bring it out. Like she used to, like when she was younger, she really looked forward to it. It was so cute. She put up with it this year, pretty much. Yeah. So it might be the last time, or maybe it's just gonna be one of those things that we're gonna be like, hey, if you choose Texas Roadhouse, we get to do this.
It's gonna happen.
It's kind of your choice.
Par for the course. Yes,
exactly. And then today she's getting sorry.
Oh, it's okay. Just hope she had a fantastic birthday.
I hope she is having. I got this. I think it's, I don't remember what it's called, but it's
an earring.
It's a type of piercing.
Leaning closer. Nice. Oh yeah. I see it.
No, I don't know. Anyways, today after school, I actually have to go get a paper notarized, and Bella's getting this piercing for her birthday. So she didn't really get any objects this year, but we did experiences instead, which has been I think really fun, especially because I've got to be with her
Yeah.
on all of them, and that's my thing too. So the fact that she chose a concert and is choosing to go get her piercing, I think it's really cool. I felt a little weird in like I was like, we don't have like a gift to give you, but it's because we did gifts this year.
Yeah, here's this card of all the fun things that we did and we will do.
Yeah. And tonight even though it's after her birthday, because she had like a dessert on her birthday at Texas Roadhouse, like a brownie or whatever, but we're making her cake tonight. We're doing strawberry cake and strawberry icing, and it's gonna be
yum. I will be there shortly.
Yeah, come on over.
I don't know a single 13-year-old that minds having their birthday extended, so it's all good.
Right? No, I hope she's having a good birthday week. I think she is.
Yeah,
anyway.
Absolutely. And I can't believe she's that grown up.
I know.
Happy birthday, Bella.
Yeah. How old is your youngest now? I know I should know, but I don't.
It's all good.
5?
He's 5.
See,
he's 5.
I knew. I should have just like went with my instinct.
That's all good.
Okay.
No, this is a huge year for us because I turned 40. It's Cody and I's 20th anniversary.
Wow.
And my youngest starts kindergarten and my oldest graduates.
Holy cow. Yeah, that's a lot.
My middle kid starts high school.
Are you a little like, do you feel emotional about it all yet? Or are you still kind of just riding the wave?
Yes and no. I feel it. I feel old this week.
Yeah.
This is my week where I'm like, it's coming. I'm old and it's okay. And it's okay because I have experienced 40 years. You know what I mean? Why should I feel bad about?
Yeah, no. The 40 wasn't anything that would make me feel upset either. I'm all for getting older, and I'm all for people like living longer and not just in that they're alive but they're literally actively living, like making themselves look how they want to look and do the things they want to do. Because I used to think of 40 as like so old. And if you look at
beginning
pictures
of the end
of like a 40-year-old in the 20s, like
they look old.
They've already accepted a certain role and a certain status in life, and they have just molded into it.
Yeah.
And they're old. And so
and now we're going kicking and screaming, and you see these like 60-year-olds and you're like, wow, you look good. Like, good for you. 70s. They're just like, I just still like looking good, so why not? So
exactly. I don't think you look 40 at all. So there's that.
Well, thank you.
Yeah. And I turned 40 this year too.
That's right.
It'd be funny if you'd be like,
we are mere months apart.
Yeah.
No, I think we look pretty fabulous for 40.
And that's all we're doing today. We're going to talk about how
yeah.
We're going to make us feel good. No, I don't have any like bad like feelings about turning 40. It doesn't make me super emotional because I'm just continuing to like live all these different lifetimes I'm living.
It changes nothing.
Yeah. But I meant more like the kiddos going into school and coming out of school. It's crazy how emotional your kids make you.
Yeah, for real.
I'm like, I love it. And I also am like, dude, like contain yourself.
Well, when we dropped our first daughter off at kindergarten, I remember my husband was like, whose dumb idea was this? Like she's 5. We don't even let her cross the street by herself. And we're just like, see ya, bye. We'll pick you up at the end of the day. Like, what? No. And so there is some of that.
I think there's a lot of like importance in being able to let them go live their life because they are, their own little humans. But it is.
But it's hard.
It's hard and it's crazy. That's a really funny way to put it. I like that.
Yeah.
Because we've definitely felt the same way. Like, no.
Wait, no. It's like we barely let her get babysat, and all of a sudden we're like, somebody else is in charge of you. Bye.
all day
long. We're just gonna trust that it's okay.
Yeah. Anyways.
Yeah. But by the 5th child, I think he's ready to go because he's seen all the other kids go, and he's like, it's just time, Mom and Dad. I'm flying the nest right now.
I'm like anxiously waiting for Elena to be in some sort of
that age
program. Well, because she is so busy and so smart and so inquisitive, but that means she needs all of my time and all of my attention because she is just constantly thinking and doing and on. And I'm like, okay, you need some social
direction
interaction so that you're not a jerk. because she definitely is a bit of a boss right now. She's like, I know what
She's
I want.
the youngest.
Yes. And it shows.
And that's okay.
To an extent, but I also don't want to raise an asshole. I think it'd be cool if she were nice to people.
I think it'd be great if she didn't grow up to be an asshole. So,
exactly.
All the things.
So as like, I'm talking about being sad about things, and at the same time I'm like, but I really can't wait.
It's a double-edged sword, man. There's good and there's bad.
Yeah,
if it wasn't good at all, we wouldn't send them.
So bad, but I am going to be able to like get a lot of things done that are seriously lagging right now, and I would really appreciate being able to have done, because it improves quality of life, having a house that's put together and not a bunch of extra shit everywhere. Like I could do with some of that.
There was, I love having my kids around, and when it's summer vacation, I'm like super excited for them to get back out of school. But there was a 5-year gap between 2 of my kids. And so the youngest one went to school right before I had the next one. And I was like, oh, wait a minute. Like this could work. Like when the kids are all in school, it's like I have a few hours to get some things done. And I made their baby books and the house was cleaner. And I'm like, oh, well, I guess I'll just wait another 5 years for this to happen again.
Well, thankfully my kids are getting kind of like old enough. I mean, and now I have a teenager. She's obviously old enough. I'm going to start doing like some work weekends like my family used to do, where we all pitch in around the house. Cause I'm like, all right, they're old enough. Like,
cannot do this alone.
Like Elena going to school will help a little, but them picking up after themselves will help a lot.
Yeah.
Do you guys do work days? I think we've talked about this before, maybe.
We do, especially in the summer, we'll do chores. I have like the saintly son who is just like, Mom, after dinner, you go sit down. I'm going to clean the kitchen. And I'm like, stop twisting my arm. Okay.
Yeah.
Like, anyway, so he does that on his own. I don't really have to tell him what to do, but
good dude. That's awesome.
But we definitely have him like clean the rooms and pick up around the house. And
I say that's their job, and it is, but it's not getting done. So I think they might need a little direction. I mean, we all did. And I still do. I'm like, if Marie Kondo could come here and tell me a bunch of shit to throw away, that'd be great.
Yeah, just do it for me.
Seriously.
Well, and I'm like super gung-ho at the beginning of the summer or the beginning of the school year, whenever there's some sort of a shift. And I'm like, okay, these are the chores that we will do. And these are the things we will do before we have like computers and before we have friends over. And by like 2 weeks in, I'm like, just somebody help with something. That's it. I just anything, show some effort and you can have whatever you want. Just go.
I feel that. I feel it.
Yeah. I figured I was not alone.
No. All right. Welcome back to our little white picket fence. Yeah.
Yes. The long distance fence.
Yeah. This was like, I think we've like already talked for maybe a half an hour or something. It feels like that was a very, very long
intro.
Kind of. Yeah. I kind of forgot what we were doing. And then I was like, oh my God,
that's okay.
What am I doing?
It's just me and you talking, and we're letting my mom know what we're doing this week.
Yeah.
What we've been up to. Hi, Mom.
Yeah. But I did want to, because after last week's, did you watch last week's yet? I know I was really like slow to post.
No, I did.
Okay. I mean, it is all kind of not negative. It's just heavy. Yeah. It's a little real. So I did want to do, all good news.
Happy cast.
Yeah, just in contrast to that, there's so much good, awesome stuff that goes on. So did you find some stories?
I did, and they're pretty random, and I don't know if I have
I'm so excited.
A lot, but
I don't
do you have some?
I have some. I don't have tons. Yeah. And like quite a few of them came from goodnewsnetwork.org. It's a thing I found online where it's like it's just a bunch of, so check that out, because go find a bunch of positive stuff that's going on. Yeah. I mean, they put all the heavy stuff front and center a lot.
Yeah. So this is what I was noticing as I was reading.
Look, yeah.
Yeah. I'm like, I don't want to hear about shootings and deaths and horror. I'm like, I just want something good.
Yeah. I mean, I want to know what's going on, but I want to see it
Of course.
on the other side too. So
yes. Well, when I was actively looking for good things, I'm like, please, just only the good.
yeah. I literally Googled good and I only got good. So that worked.
That's good.
Yeah.
I probably should have done that. In hindsight, that would have been a good thing to Google.
But now you probably got more random than I do. Mine are probably going to be more mainstream type.
Yeah,
good.
mine are pretty random.
I love it. So you start then.
Okay, so there was a woman in California, and she was playing the lottery. Have you heard this?
Nope.
Okay, so she just puts her money into the machine, and she was going to buy a couple of little lottery tickets. And right as she was about to push a button, somebody bumped her, and she smacked into the machine, and it bought a ticket that she didn't want. And she was like, "Oh crap!" And she won $10 million.
Nice. That if you believe in something extra terrestrial or whatever,
right?
That's the kind of stuff that's like,
yeah.
Hey, dude.
I could see me doing that after I die, being like, "Whoops, my bad." Like,
it'd be cool to think we could have that type of power or ability to affect people in that way.
Or maybe she was going to win like $1 billion, and they're like, "No, we have to lower that a little."
That's a good way to look at it. That's some good news in.
I don't know. It can ruin people. It can ruin people.
It can.
Just
it
kidding.
can. Yeah. Let's see how quick we can make each one of these good ones negative.
Just make it all bad.
Oh, okay.
All right, what's yours?
Okay, so my first one is that there's screening for breast cancer might soon use simple blood tests following milk discovery. Meaning,
nice.
I think studying like breast milk, they've been able to find markers or whatever. And it's, let's see here, I had other, okay. So it says, if our future studies are successful, it could change how women are monitored for breast cancer and aid in earlier diagnosis. So higher survival rates and stuff. So, all the breast cancer awareness things, it's pushing it in the right direction, obviously, because they're still making progress. And so I thought that was pretty freaking good. Yeah,
that is awesome.
It's like it could make mammograms like a lot less of a, something you wouldn't have to just have when you turn 40.
Have all the time. You could only, get it if you had the markers for it or something.
I don't know how. I think we're like, this is our year, Em. I'm not looking forward to it. I've heard it's worse though. That a mammogram is worse if you have less boobie, because it has you gotta get. That's what I've been told, because it's like they have to put the whole thing in there. So if you don't have much, they're like kind of pulling your skin and stuff.
Squish your whole body.
I'm like, at least I got that going for me. I know that not hurting in that department. So not that I'm looking forward to a mammogram, but
at least you have that. Yeah, it could be worse. Absolutely. You don't have to squish you like a graham cracker sandwich. Like,
I think it's still gonna do that. We're gonna make boob s'mores.
Booby s'mores.
How come I've never heard of a mammogram referred to as a boob s'more before? That seems like an obvious.
Right? Like,
maybe it's out there somewhere. I just haven't.
I will never see camping the same again. Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
Once again, we have turned this into. Just kidding.
Okay, you go. What's your next one?
Okay. All right. The next one I have is there's a machine at the New York Public Library that can now read broken and cracked wax cylinders. Have you ever seen those? So like the old gramophones that they used to have that has like the big horn and the record player underneath it, right?
Okay, yes.
They had things kind of similar to that, like I think just before records and things, where they had these little wax. It looks kind of like a toilet paper tube, right?
Okay.
And it's covered in wax. Anyway, and so that was how they would make recordings back in like 100 years ago.
Okay.
But they were really hard to store because they're made of wax, right?
Yeah.
And so a lot of them got destroyed, and so they've just got these pieces of them that nobody's been able to hear. And now they have a machine that can take these old wax cylinders, and you can hear things that haven't been heard for over 100 years.
That's so freaking cool.
Yeah.
I'm thinking of like, like necessity is the mother of invention. Like,
yeah.
I'm thinking like what need was there, but obviously there's people who are just working in
archiving
and stuff, and it's really neat, but it's not something that I would have ever even thought of, but it's still an advancement because it's going to help us know more about our history.
Yeah.
Because we're going to hear.
And I think it's cool that people saved these pieces, and, you know, even though it was broken, they're like, we need to keep this around.
Yeah.
Like,
love this. That is definitely obscure.
Random. I'm telling you, the stuff I got is random, but I was pretty excited about that.
No, I'm excited that you came with some random, because it makes me feel like I failed you. I mean, you did a lot better job. Just kidding. But these, I did find some great stuff. Okay.
Okay, I want to hear.
Next one is, I believe this is in the UK. They have an artificial pancreas that is revolutionizing diabetic treatment. Yeah. So it's like, I guess something they could put in them, and it just will be monitoring the blood throughout the day and then dispersing the insulin, as if so they wouldn't have to constantly be monitoring their numbers and stuff. Apparently it's like,
that'd be amazing.
Yeah. So it's right now it's only in the UK, because that's where the technology is being like pioneered.
Yeah.
But very, very cool. We have some very close friends of ours
really cool.
who have suffered with all types of diabetes, but like very young, healthy people. So things like this are going to be like giving them like life back in a way, you know?
Yeah.
So
my brother's little daughter was just diagnosed with type 1 diabetes. So that will be interesting for them to hear as well.
Yeah.
She could see enough advancements in her lifetime that she may not have to suffer with it all the time.
Yeah. Like she's gonna probably get a start with some sort of an insulin pump, hopefully, if she has insurance and stuff like that, because it is super expensive and more of our broken system. There we go. Back to the negative.
Yeah.
You're welcome.
We did it. We brought it around.
No, I did that all by myself. All my lonesome.
I would have got there too.
Okay.
I'm just kidding.
Thanks.
Okay. No problem. Okay. So in Boston, there were window washers that were 42 floors up, and their little platform died. Okay. And the I cannot. Anyway, the machinery that was supposed to come fix it was clear in New York. So the firefighters came and they busted out a window and they saved them, and it was awesome. And they were all happy. And I think I would have peed my pants if I was stuck 42 floors up. Like, for reals. That's too high.
I imagine they're pretty used to the height if that's what they're doing for a job.
You'd think so.
Yeah.
You would think so.
Yeah. I wouldn't like it either, but I think my brothers who skydive would be probably fine with it.
They'd be just fine.
Yeah.
Yeah. They'd probably just like flip open their wingsuit and just go. Like, I'm out.
I think that might be too low of a starting point.
The picture that it showed, though, it was like all cockeyed. Like, oh man.
Oh yeah. It makes me nervous just looking at it, for sure.
Yeah, I got that feeling that you get when the roller coaster stops and you're like, oh no. Like, please keep going.
Oh my God. Sometimes I get more feeling or sensation from watching things than like I have a sensation when I'm on a roller coaster. My legs definitely do this like whoosh thing. But when I see somebody like in a video eat shit on concrete, my legs feel like like it's a more intense feeling, I'd say.
I can feel it in my face, like when it happens.
I felt it in my legs. My legs always like just like it's like they become useless jellyfish that burn. I don't know how to explain it outside. I don't know. Have you ever had that sensation?
That makes sense.
Okay.
That makes sense. Right. Burning jellyfish legs. Yes.
Yeah. Just from witnessing somebody else's. And maybe it's because I've had a few of my own eat shit moments. So
you feel it.
Yeah.
You feel it.
Oh my God. I probably told you about this, but one time me and Anthony, and this wasn't even that long ago. So, you know, like he's already in his 40s and I'm almost there. We decided to go rollerblading in our neighborhood, and there's a lot of hills, and we weren't wearing any type of protective equipment, and we decided to go down a hill that just didn't seem that steep, and it just got worse and worse. And I like wish so badly that somebody would have had, because there weren't really homes in this area yet, because I'm like, I wish somebody would have had like a ring camera, because we both ate shit so hard. And I like he rolled, and I like to think of myself as kind of like athletic, like thinking I would know how to like. I didn't roll. I just fucking I hit the thing and went like and then like a sliding, and then as soon as I could, I jumped up and said, I'm okay. And then that's why I realized I wasn't okay, and I just went down. I was like, I'm not okay. Like,
before you even check to see if you're okay, you want to make sure everybody else knows that you're okay.
And it was just me and Anthony, and he had also fallen down somewhere else.
Oh no.
Like, we were both in pain for a few days. I felt like I broke my like my lungs and ribs, just everything just like went.
Yeah, that's a real thing.
Yeah, but I'm also just super sad that I don't have video of that, because I imagine it would have been really funny to rewatch.
Go look on Google Earth and see if like that just happened to be.
Oh, that would have been
a captured moment.
Amazing. I would have no idea how to find that.
Yeah,
no idea. But that would be
if
cool.
you look at our old house, I think you can see like my husband working on one of his cars.
Oh yeah.
And there was one where my brother-in-law was in a tractor and they drove by it, and so you can actually see him sitting in a tractor working in a field.
How did you find that? Or I guess he probably saw them pass, so he went to look for it. Like, how else would you know?
I don't know. I never asked him. I probably should.
No. But if you find out, let me know.
Okay, I will.
All right. Is it my turn or your turn?
Let's go with you. It's your turn.
I think it was me. I can't remember what your last story was already.
It was a window washer thingy, but
yes.
I don't know if we had anything in between that. So
I don't think we did. All right. Okay. So Texas researchers use okra to remove microplastics from water waste.
Oh, really? How would you go about doing that?
Well, I can't tell you that I went through and learned all the ins and outs of it. Let me see.
You're not an expert on okra.
Here's one thing though. Yeah, but I'm glad to see that they're working towards removing microplastics from things, because we've put plastic out there to the point that it is kind of like integrated into all of our systems. I heard, and I don't know, maybe we should look into this, that they actually found microplastics in somebody's blood.
Yep.
And
I think that was this week as well.
Okay, so one thing that did stand out to me, I said that the health effects of ingesting microplastics are unclear, but studies suggest that people unintentionally consume thousands of particles every year, and they can be released from things that they come in contact with other dangerous substances. So whether or not plastic itself, which I think it's hard to imagine it wouldn't be bad for you. I mean,
couldn't be good for you.
Exactly. But apparently it also can be contaminated, or, holding on to other things that it's been in contact with. So good to know they're working on it. And I thought that was pretty good.
Okra works, huh?
I guess so. I mean, go look it up if you want to know more about it. I
will.
Yeah.
I can see that being one of my kids' science projects.
Oh, here it is. This is what I should have been reading. Hold on. It said, we think that microplastics by themselves may not be much of a health hazard, but anything they get into or any type of toxic substance that gets attached to them could go inside our bodies and cause problems. So basically what I said, but I didn't read the right part.
That's okay. Thank you for elaborating.
You're welcome.
No, I think it's really good to get microplastics out of things. It just makes sense. Like little tiny bits of garbage. Yes, let's get rid of them.
Yeah. All right, what's your next story?
Good. Next story. Oh, this one I read and I loved. It was the world's most remote post office is looking for people to come and run it, right? Okay. So it's in Antarctica and it's all by its lonesome self, and they're looking for people to come run a bunch of stuff that goes along with it. And one of the jobs is that you have to count penguins. I'm like, oh, I want to go count penguins in Antarctica. I hate the snow, but I like penguins.
It sounds adorable and cold. Yeah. So
It
I'm automatically out of it. But
and lonely. And
whoever does it though,
but
it's gonna
it's a
be
cool
adorable.
job for somebody.
Yeah.
That's right. Send me pictures of penguins and let me know how many there are.
That's cute.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think there was a time in my life when that would have been like a thing that I would have done.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think because it's so out there, if like I would have done it if somebody asked me to, but I don't think I would have been drawn to it because I've never liked being cold.
I hate being cold. I
It's
really
like,
do. See, if it was a remote one in like the
feel it.
Bahamas,
So yeah. Like my sister and her husband, they went to Hawaii when they were first married, working for just like
okay.
a like travel industry company or whatever. So it was like
Yeah.
shit pay, but they got the opportunity to go and like live somewhere awesome and experience it, you know, because they lived in Hawaii. So I'm like, I could see myself doing that definitely over if I would have known it was a thing. Over going to Antarctica, as cute as it might be. I don't know, maybe I'm missing out. Maybe they have good, or is there something wrong with your sound?
Yes. Can you hear me?
I can.
Okay. Sorry, my headset cut out.
I thought you were gonna go.
You were
into
saying
Britney
they were in
Spears.
Hawaii. Hawaii.
Oh, did you not hear me?
I heard a little piece of it, but in case I didn't, go back.
They took jobs working for like a tourist industry, and then they got to live in Hawaii. So I was saying that's more like something I think I would have
that would be fabulous.
Yeah,
I could do that.
Penguins are cute.
We just need to bring some penguins to Hawaii and show them what it's really like. And then
I think that's a great idea. I think you're onto something.
There was one news story about how they were releasing 60 kangaroos into Wyoming as like a population thing. And I was like, what the crud is going on here? And then I realized it was April Fool's Day and that it was probably full of crap. I was like, why would they do this? Like, it took me a second.
I was like,
but why?
I mean, because American men want to fight kangaroos too.
That's right. They look buff. Just I would not want to fight one.
They look buff
and mean. They look mean. Have you ever looked at I've never actually looked a kangaroo in the face, but I've seen pictures and videos and they look mean.
They are always in like fighting position and they literally do punch. So it's like, yeah, they're fun. They're funny to like look at. Like I like seeing videos of them because they're so they're just like
crazy looking.
Yeah, crazy looking weirdos.
not like our animals that are all, not crazy. No, but they are so unique
I
looking.
wish my little pug was like
a little boxer. I have like super poor circulation and my hands are so much lighter than the rest of me. Just throwing that out there. Every time I lift my hand, I'm like,
everybody's hands are a lot lighter than the rest.
Yeah.
I think maybe because we are like constantly washing and sloughing off dead skin cells. I don't know, but everybody's hands seem wider than the rest of them. So
like I don't even use your fake tanner
so bad that your hands are just gonna fall off.
They are. Options. As soon as I turn 40, it's all cold hands from here.
I've always had cold hands.
Yeah, me too.
I think it might be a woman thing, like how they say like women are colder. Like I do feel like
maybe we are.
I don't know. So what?
I'll just wear gloves. That's why Antarctica is not for me. But still, I would still count penguins.
Thanks for bringing it back there. Was that the last story?
I'm gonna go with yes.
Okay.
So it's your turn. We're doing really good today.
I know. We need like some sort of moderator. Bring us,
like
keep us on track here.
Right. Or a monitor that tells us what to say. Like today in good news.
Oh my God, that would get so weird because I think both of us would be real awkward with that. If I had something to like read. I don't know.
Just keep talking. I did it again.
Oh, okay. I was talking nonsense. Don't you worry. All right. Back to another story.
Okay. Well, tell us your next good news story.
Good idea. All right. Okay.
I just didn't hear it.
Okay.
See the hearing goes when you turn 40 as well. Like
so much to look forward to. All right. This one's kind of weird. It was that a 10-year-old found a medieval priory seal within minutes of using a metal detector, and he got $5,000 for it. What this tells me is we need to go get
really like he just started.
And he found an object.
That's cool.
And I think it was like an old like religious relic, like the things you use like to seal wax or whatever.
Yeah.
Pretty. And I
cool.
think they said it was like.
And how old was it?
Oh, let's see here. It just says medieval, so I don't know. But they said it was 5 inches underground. Not current, yeah. But 5 inches underground, and I don't think that's the kind of thing someone would really like bury 5 inches down. So I bet you it was just the natural like wind and soil movement and stuff. So that it was probably very old, I imagine.
That is awesome.
Yeah,
the oldest thing I've ever found, I was planting flowers in my flower garden, and I found a like little coin from 1913, and I thought that was kind of cool.
Kind of cute. Anthony has a lot of old,
but it's certainly not 5,000 years old.
No. Did you keep it, or
did I ever tell you? Yeah. I just have it.
Okay.
It was from like a local mercantile, so it was like from this city here.
Oh, okay.
Anyway, kind of cool. But did I ever tell you about when we were putting insulation in our like 100-year-old farmhouse?
Tell it again either way.
And we were looking in the crawl spaces upstairs and pumping in some insulation. And we found where a little kid had like hidden out. This is what we put together, because there were magazines and there were school books and there was like a petrified donut and some medicine. So my sleuthing skills have told me that a kid was homesick from school or something like that.
Yeah.
And was doing, anyway, they were hiding up in one of the crawl spaces. And they had like news articles that they had to cut out and put in this school book, right? And so you had like this little second grader that had cut out Amelia Earhart about to take her flight around across the Atlantic, and like Max Bear fighting. He was in the Cinderella Man. If you
I don't know.
Anyway,
but very cool.
He was a fighter back in the 1920s and stuff. Anyway, it was really cool just being able to go look through all these. We kept some of the magazines that were up there because they were really fun to look through, and there were like some auto shop ads in the magazines.
Yeah.
That I separated and put in Cody's shop, and it was pretty fun.
Okay.
But the actual school books, we tracked down the family that it was for, and we gave them back. So.
Oh, that's cute.
Anyway.
That's so cute.
Like, we found your great-great-grandpa's little second grade book.
Yeah.
So, but it's fun.
Yeah,
it was good times.
That's awesome. I don't think you'd ever told me that before. So.
Oh, well, now you know.
Or if you had, I just have a really bad memory.
No, it's okay. I probably did not.
All right. I think it's back to you.
Back to me. Okay, it said for the first time in history, but it did not elaborate on that. But first time in history, 2 giant Galapagos tortoises were hatched in the UK. So I don't know if it was because they were hatched at the same time, or if they really are like the first tortoises hatched in the UK, but they're super endangered, and so they are celebrated now.
Yeah.
They're very, very glad to have 2 more. Yes, we do. And the father tortoise was 70 years old, so good for him. Way to go.
Cute. I don't know why. Turtles are just adorable.
They are.
Even snapping turtles when they're not snapping.
Yeah, as long as they're not hurting. Yes.
Yeah.
Absolutely. They're super adorable.
Yeah. I've told this before, but one of the cutest stories, I think, when me and Anthony were first married, was he was coming home from work one day and he called me all excited, and he was like, "I'm coming home, I have a surprise." And so he's like, "I'm getting close, I'm on a road, come outside." And I go out there and he gets out and he's just holding a big ass turtle that he had saved from the road. And it was so cute. But then I was
What'd you do with it?
Exactly. We took it to the retention pond in the neighborhood and then just put it down like near that. And now what we've learned is you're supposed to just like just help it continue on its way, just like get it out of the way, but like in whatever direction it was like facing.
But he
whatever.
found a
I don't know, but it
turtle.
was really cute that he was like so excited and that
So
he was
excited.
bringing it home to me. And I was like, I thought it was cute, but I definitely don't think I had the reaction I think he wanted me to have. Because I was
A
like,
turtle.
oh,
Like, we can train
where
it to
should
be a
we
ninja.
put that? Yeah, I think that was more his thing. Like, we have a pet turtle now.
Yeah. This is our turtle.
Big. And now I think I'd be more down with that. I probably would have been like, just put it in our yard and hopefully it stays because we've already taken out of its habitat so we could put food out there and I don't know.
Give it love. It could be our loved turtle.
Yeah. But as big as the turtles as we're talking about, if one of those showed up, I'm sure that there would be like animal rescue.
Yeah.
Some sort of intervention.
It'd probably be illegal to touch it.
Something.
Feed it some lettuce. Have you seen Rocky? It's one of those ones that, maybe
but like I have, but I only remember like the
nothing.
main parts that they put on, they use for like clips and stuff like that.
Well, I think it's in the first one. He buys 2 little turtles from Adrian, the girl. Anyway, and Sylvester Stallone kept those 2 little turtles, and as of a couple years ago, they were still both alive.
Aw.
And it's been like 40 years. So.
Yeah, no, I mean maybe
just a random turtle fact for
maybe
you.
That's what I should get for our kids is we should just get a turtle because then it's not going to pass away, so you don't have to go get another animal either. Because Frank will just live on probably longer than us. Maybe I don't know how long.
Yes,
they all live.
Yeah. My son would find a way to liberate it, and it would be a free roaming turtle.
Yeah,
there would be something happen to that turtle that is unexpected, for sure.
I mean, I wonder, I think if you had a fenced yard, I doubt a turtle could get out. So you could totally have a free range
Unless
turtle.
It has the help of a 5-year-old boy.
Yeah.
I threw it in the ditch, Mom.
Is this like a real story?
Huh?
Is this based on something?
Based on actual events. No, let's just say the cat that's still at our house is, I don't know. I don't know why it's still here.
Why does he pick on the kitty?
He doesn't pick on it, but he loves it so much. Have you seen like those cartoons where they love it so much that it's like furs? Yeah. He doesn't hurt it really, but he just loves it a lot.
Elena's guilty of that. But the good thing is Pepper doesn't like mess with her because like she'll walk in and she's like holding Pepper and just her little head's hanging out and Pepper's just hanging there. And I know that if she were uncomfortable or something, she'd be clawing the hell out of her, but she has the wherewithal not to scratch Elena, which I think is so cool. But Elena is like she scares me because I'm like, one of these days that cat is not going to be so nice. But Elena's intentions are just to love it. She just doesn't know how to love it.
Well, and I think they can tell.
Yeah.
Because when we're outside, that cat will climb right into his lap and like put her little head on his shoulder and they'll just snuggle. And I'm like, oh, well, either you're like a sadistic glutton for punishment or like you just feel the love.
Yeah, I think they must somehow because they definitely let other people know. Like Pepper definitely lets other people know when they've like messed
crossed
with
the
her,
line.
But not Elena. Elena could throw around like a rag doll. It's crazy.
She's like, just love me.
And thank you, Pepper, for not being an asshole.
Yeah. Thank you. We're trying to teach.
Yes.
But
all right.
Yeah. They go through the stage. I think it's your turn.
Yeah, it is.
I only have like one more.
I think I have a couple. All right. This one was really random because it's about like a real life invisibility shield, like Harry Potter's cloak.
Yeah.
And so like somebody's created one and it's like reflecting light or something. I don't know exactly how it works and they're taking orders for it, but I can't find any reason, like what functional practical purpose would this have? I can't think of it. Like necessity.
I could find.
You think you could find one? I'm like, I know there's one, but I just don't know what it is.
Well, actual functional reasons, no, but reasons where I could have a lot of fun with it, yes.
Yeah. Anthony said like maybe them just creating it will get it in the eyes of like somebody, but it could be like militarized or you put it underneath planes. I'm like, that's the last thing I want.
Yeah, I could see a lot of ways it could be misused.
Use something to fight each other.
Yeah.
Over the resources that we could all just share.
Or like
you're all just
little perverts or something.
Wow.
Yeah.
I didn't even intend to take that one there. That was really,
this is good news. No, but for us, if it was just our invisibility cloak, we could have fun with this, and it would be good news because it would be amazing.
Yeah, for hide and seek, middle of the day,
middle of the room. Just
magicians could definitely
utilize
it.
It's true. David Copperfield, like, I'm on this.
Yeah. So okay, I thought it was good just because I thought it was interesting, and it wasn't
that is interesting.
Negative until I took it there.
Hey, anything that brings us one step closer to magic, I'm in.
Right?
Yes. I was on stage at David Copperfield one time, and it was great. I won't reveal secrets, but it was fantastic.
I wish there was video. Did you say there was video of that?
I don't know. If there is, I haven't ever seen it. Oh. There's a video of the same trick, but not with me in it.
Okay.
Anyway, super fun.
Yeah, that is awesome.
Yep. Okay. Yeah. Are you ready for the next one?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I think this is my last one.
All right.
But there was an animal shelter, and I forgot to write down where it was, but they had second graders who were working on persuasive writing.
Okay.
They had them write persuasive letters on adopting the dogs and then draw pictures of them. And they said when they started the project, they had, I think it was 24 shelter pets. Mm-hmm. And by the end of the week, they only had 4 left.
I actually saw about that one. I think that's so freaking cute. And it made a difference because people weren't paying attention to the animals, and then just through the sheer cuteness of the kids, they were.
Yeah, so. They helped them. I also wonder how many kids drew the little essays on the dogs, and then they're like, Mom, I have to have this dog. I persuaded myself that I wanted a dog.
Yeah, maybe so.
I could see my own children doing this.
Yeah, totally, 100%. You just made me think of all the reasons why I need this dog.
See, that's why you need an invisibility cloak. It's like, this dog is now ours. It's been here for a long time, and he just wears an invisibility sweater. Anyways, I could have done a lot of things with that.
Yeah.
The example it gave of their creative writing, though, was one little dog had a paper that said, "Hello, my name is Sunday Special. I would love to be adopted. I hope I will brighten up your Sundays like the sun. You will be my Sunday Special, and I will be yours." And then it had a picture of the dog juggling with like a stone cold straight look in its face. It was wonderful.
There's no wonder why that one got. I would have
right. It got snatched right up.
Yeah. Okay.
But I thought it was really cute.
No, it's adorable. I love it. And the next one, I have another one, and it's also about an animal, and it's really freaking cute.
Okay.
This one's about a cat in the UK. It was like the neighborhood klepto cat. So the owner just realized that the cat kept coming home with like more and more random things. So she set up like a klepto cat box outside on her like ledge or something. So it said, I have it somewhere. It says, "Our cat Charlie likes taking things. Do any of these things belong to you? If they do, please help yourself." Oh, I don't know. Can you see this? It's kind of cute. Just where in the hell is the camera? The random.
Yeah.
I thought that was so cute. It's just every time the cat gets out, it comes back with some other random thing from somebody's yard.
We had a dog that would do that.
Yeah.
It would. Yeah. In fact, one time it brought somebody's shoes.
Oh no.
And so we asked like every house around us. We're like, dude, are these your shoes? And nobody. So he must have like carried them for miles because we didn't have that many neighbors.
Somebody's like, where the hell did my shoes go? And some kids like, they just left, and their mom's like, well, they don't just get up and walk away. And guess what? They did.
They did. They absolutely did. And they ended up in my house. And I'm sorry to whoever lost camo pink slides, because
Well, that's pretty distinctive.
Yeah. And for reals, we lived out in farm country, so there's like 2 people on every mile, and we asked everybody. But nope.
That's pretty random. I like that. Did you keep those?
Eventually, we let them go because if we can't find out whose they are, and I'm not wearing them, I don't.
That was kind of a joke. We didn't really.
I should have just like pulled up my foot at this moment and have like those shoes on and be like,
oh my God, that would have made me so happy. You know what?
Sadly, no.
What that reminded me of though, pulling your foot up is the I think I was driving and you had your foot out the window, and you.
That sounds right.
And because we always did, and you had on a flip flop, and I. But we used
that
to call
also
them,
sounds right.
We used to call them thongs.
Yes.
And I was driving, and I remember that I was like, that's gonna be funny if your thong falls off. And you went, oh my God, what if my flip flop fell off too? That was one of your best.
Oh, yes. I was quick with the comeback there.
Yeah.
And I think they both stayed on. So sweet.
Yes. Okay.
Good times.
I have one more, and I think it is a very good one.
Okay.
And it is, and this is embarrassing because I don't know if I'm pronouncing her first name right. So hopefully you'll be able to.
It's so embarrassing for you.
That the Senate it is that the Senate confirmed Ketanji Brown Jackson to the Supreme Court. Did you see that happened?
Oh, sweet. No, I didn't see that happen, but it sounds like something I should have seen happen. I was going through the news an awful lot.
Yeah, no, but I think it was.
She's approved, huh?
Yeah, and it was. Nice. Let me see, 53 to 47, 47 Republicans who voted against her. But I'm really excited that she's there. So good news. I think it's good news. I know that not everybody's going to agree with that, but I saw a TikTok and it was saying how those Republicans, like, they're in a position where those names are going to be remembered, what side of history they were on.
Yeah.
So.
Well, I think she will be a good one.
Well, yeah, she's hyper qualified.
Breaks a lot of barriers that.
Yeah.
Even if they haven't like been. I can't talk today. Even if they're not like actual barriers that people say, okay, this is right, this is wrong. I don't know. She seems to be breaking them.
Yeah. Well, and like,
did that make sense? It probably didn't.
Yeah.
In my head, there was a picture and I was trying to describe it and it didn't come out right. But yes, she's awesome.
Yeah. So, and I think that was my last good news.
Last good news.
Yeah.
There's a lot of good news in the news. There's a lot of good people, a lot of good things happening. It may not get as much like airtime as terror and fear and sadness.
And I like talking about the stuff that is maybe heavy.
Yeah.
I know so many people don't like to. It makes me uncomfortable. I'm not saying it makes me happy, but I feel I'm uncomfortable if we're not talking about it, because then we're well,
it feels better than to ignore it.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. So there's room for all of it.
Oh yeah, but I was like, okay, I guess we should do a lighter version.
A happy one.
Last week's. When are Mike and others gonna be down? So I'm excited to hear their story.
I am too. I'm going down this weekend, so I will solidify that and find out.
Yeah,
that's good. It'll be good.
Let's get that on the books. Why don't we?
I know. It's absolutely, brother. Let's do this.
Yeah, no, that'd be fun. All right.
So yeah, I will find out, and maybe we'll do it like next week or something. But
if they can that soon, that would be awesome.
Sweet. That would be really cool.
Yeah. All right.
And if not, I will come up with something also awesome, and we will just have awesomeness.
Yeah, anyway. I think I've kind of picked the last couple.
Thank you.
Hey, do you want to do this? Or, but yeah.
And I'm like, absolutely.
Yeah.
So sweet.
Come up with something to get me out of my own head, though.
Okay. Let's do it. And good luck with work this week. May it be less mind numbing. And
I really, really freaking hope so. I just got to get through this onboarding. It'll be good.
You are doing good things. You're doing awesome things, and you're taking care of your family, and that's
That's what I'm
Super
doing.
cool.
I'm taking care of my family. Yep.
For real.
Yes.
And other people's teeth. So on behalf of someone who has teeth, thank you.
You're welcome. All right. Well, I love you. And I will, we'll do this again next week. Lilas.
Absolutely. It's my favorite. Thank you.
You do. I know. I really meant it when I was like, Emily was like, knowing that I had like a busy week, she was like, do you want to skip this week? Like, cause you probably just, and I was like, no, this is like one of the only things in my life that is literally just because I choose to do it.
Yeah.
So
it's super fun.
So you have to do it whether you want to or not. Basically.
That's right. I was going to make you do it anyway. I was going to talk you into it, but the fact that you wanted to was a good thing. So.
Okay. All right. Well, I love you. Awesome. I'll talk to you later.
Love you too.
Bye.
Lilas, we'll see ya.
Lilas.
Bye.